Hi.
Hi.
Today on the Blandest White Hour, we're having one. Sorry, what's your last name? Semaj?
We're not doing government names today.
So
We think I'm just
let's
Semaj.
start here. Do you not support the American government that birthed you?
I don't know. I don't think that was a part of the conversation. My treatment said that we are talking about my music. I didn't know we were talking politics
Is the
today.
music in the room with us? Because as far as I know, you don't make music.
I do make music. I just don't sing it because I'm not a good
So
singer.
you think it's okay to utilize AI to exploit black bodies? Or do you consider yourself black? Well, how do you racially identify?
Body. I'm Blasian. I'm black. I'm black and Korean.
Oh.
Secondly, I don't feel comfortable having you Blandis as a white woman
I'm dark skinned.
of colored experience saying that about me.
But
So,
also, we're sisters. We're siblings. I'm dark skinned. You're dark skinned black. I'm dark skinned white.
You're a white woman of colored experience.
Yeah.
A WOC.
Right. And we go through a lot of the same things.
Yeah. You're a WWC.
And also, actually, you're saying women. I don't identify as a woman. I identify as cisgender. So I just want to point that out.
Woman?
I don't identify as a woman. I identify as cisgender.
But you're a white woman, sorry.
Who's a white woman? Because I am a white cisgender. I'm white cis.
So, you're not a woman.
No, I'm cisgender. And you're trans,
but you're cisgender.
Right? You're trans, right? So tell me, how did you... Wait. Why are you trans? What got you onto this trans station? What's going on with that?
I think these questions sound a little targeted. Like maybe you were coming after certain people of certain...
well, yes.
Diasporas.
Yes, you're actually 100% right. Because, I was living in Philly for a little bit a few years back, and actually a trans fucking stole my husband, okay? Because all they can fucking do is sleep around.
I think that is very, saying a trans is very offensive because you're taking away their personhood. You should say a trans. Are you not a trans person? Did I call you a white cisgender?
Well, I'd be okay with that.
No, that's not a complete sentence. It's a fragment.
I mean,
Miss Lewis taught me that in second grade. That's a fragment.
For, grammar. So
Miss Lewis taught me that in second grade.
I'm honestly surprised that,
Miss Lewis taught me that.
Shout out to Miss Lewis. Is an important thing.
Because she made sure that we knew.
Miss Lewis also know that you were a trans?
Miss Lewis was actually a white woman of colored experience like you. Oh. She was actually the first woman I knew who was WWCC, and it was really interesting to learn from her and all the WWCCs around the world.
I don't know how I feel about you making me into an acronym.
Well, sometimes you should think about people who are turned into acronyms.
Yeah, like the LGBT, but that's because
I like to point back to certain times in history where certain bodies were made into acronyms.
Like who?
I don't want to discuss a political that deep of a political.
You know what? I'm so glad you got to that. How do you politically identify?
I know that you were partnering with someone along the lines of what was his name? Tucker Reynolds, and Tucker Reynolds was someone who was involved in a lot of crazy things on January 6th. And I
was there at January 6th.
Who said anything about January 6th?
You just said.
I know. I just had to make a call.
I probably was there at January 6th.
No,
I'm gonna display some photos.
I just want to let you guys know that was a cough. Even though I am a person of trans experience, sometimes my coughs can be a little.
Are you trans?
Sometimes my coughs can be a little trade. So if you
so what does that mean? Trade?
If that cough sounded a little. Cards? You see, usually my coughs are but that one was a little. It caught my teeth. So sorry.
Clocked your teeth.
What
is that? A brand of a drink?
Are you from the Midwest?
So I was born in every state of the United States of America, and I was raised in Long Island. And so
can I guess what state? One of the states you lived in?
I was born in every
Look, the state that you lived in the longest.
The state I lived in the longest was Long Island.
No, I feel like the state that you lived in the longest was fucking Wyoming.
Do I look like I eat corn? On the
no, but Blandis, if we look at your Blandis, if we look at your history, you did say in 2021 that you supported the farmers' rights movement very hard.
You're a fan of me.
No, Blandis, Blandis, I'm not a fan of you.
You're a fan of me.
Even though you are the journalist, so I am basically doing a job. And if you would have been a good journalist, you would know that I went to school for that, and that I studied 3 years for that.
That's cute.
So I'm not, under all these good looks and like these big voluptuous breasts and this like good curvy body, I am still like all smarts and brains, and like you wouldn't know that because like everyone is like so enthralled by my beauty. But it does, if we flip the pendulum back around, I am a smart girl. So I just want to let you know I did my research on you, and yeah. So and congrats on the divorce.
First off, Savannah, slow down. Do we need to cut? Because I've never been divorced.
Do we need to cut?
No, we don't need to cut because I've never.
It's okay if we need to take a break.
I've never.
These topics are getting very hot.
No, I'm okay.
Do we need some water?
Savannah?
Can actually bring water?
Do you need water? Are you losing, your water intake very quickly? You seem like you're sweating. Your
perspective. Oh no, I'm doing really well. I just wanted to make sure that you're doing okay because
I'm doing great.
Girl, I know the marriage was rough, and
I don't actually know what you're talking about. I think you might be getting me confused with another. What you said, WCCC? What would Jesus Christ do? No. So I'm so sorry. I think you're getting me confused with another dark-skinned white woman.
I just want to say,
dark-skinned white cisgender.
He was so mean. I
just know you refer to me as a woman.
He was so mean, and I just know that he treated you horribly.
Pause right there. Don't move.
During the courtroom.
Don't move. Don't say anything. Pause right there.
He mentioned in the divorce papers that sometimes he would come home, and this is all from hearsay. Like I said, I'm not a fan, but I read something about him telling you that he likes to like fake like a Jamaican with you, and sometimes you would let him speak in patois and like things like that. And I just want to know, like, since you are a white woman, like,
dark skin.
Think that's a little, weird because
I think the race plays I do with my husband.
Oh, I didn't say all of that. I said that I knew that you were, letting him speak in a way that came out very exotic. Yeah. And I just know that you in particular spoke out a lot about how you didn't like, I don't know if I can say that word, but like misconjugation and race mixing. You said a lot about how you didn't agree with that, but then in the divorce papers, you were married to a 6'5" black man.
Such based on that, right? So I have never again been divorced, right? Again, let's bring it back to the fact that I am Jamaican. Actually, my great grandfather was an octoroon. But do you know William Plessy?
But they saw
my
you
great grandfather was William Plessy.
But they saw you at Sylvia's.
Plessy versus Ferguson. And so, I think it's important for me to, as a dark-skinned white person who has been able to pass as black. I've been able to walk into rooms before and I'm able to pass, and I'm also able to pass as white. It's important for me to make space for black people. And so I actually don't fully know what you're talking about, but I do know that, yes, I do not like race mixing. Personally, I'm not race mixing because I am of every race. I am of child of Abel. And so I am every hue.
So why were you at Sylvia's with him?
So what is Sylvia's, girl?
There were photos taken of you at Sylvia's because if you remember, you are a public figure with 2.3 million followers on Instagram.
You're right.
So.
All right, and we're back. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties. You understand that sometimes, when we have some of the alphabet mafia here, they can get a little bit lavish. So back to some of the conversation that we were having off screen. You accused me of something. What exactly are you? So you accused me of having a divorce, which is not factual. You can look it up. Okay, look up Blandis White divorce. You won't find anything. And also, you accused me of being what?
So to make this a long story short, we had similar friends or in similar circles, and Blandis
which we don't.
And Blandis here was friends with someone that I was sort of friends when I was at their like baby shower, and they were telling us about how Blandis was recently going through this divorce, and some of the details were kind of tricky because while you were supposedly like going
through all of this, the divorce, because girl,
while you're supposedly going through all of this with your husband, apparently you were the husband.
Do you see how they try to masculinize dark skinned white women, cisgenders of color? Do you see how they do that? Because it's so crazy. I've never been accused of being transgender. Are you serious? I'm cisgender femme. Baby. I'm cisgender femme.
Well, Blandis, you tell me what it looks like when someone sees a 6'3".
6'3". Baby, I'm 5'4". Baby, I'm 5'4". I'm small packed.
They've seen a 6'3" WWCC standing in your driveway.
What would Jesus Christ do?
And a red hairpiece just like yours.
This is my natural
hair. And
an
outfit just like yours.
This is my natural hair.
And they sounded just like you. Are you telling me that you have a tether? Do you have a tether?
First off, everybody has a tether, right? But second off, I am.
But your tether just happens to like to cross yours.
No, I've never crossed.
So your tether just like that.
I was born cisgender femme. I've lived my life cisgender femme, right? So I don't understand.
Well, Blandis, I'm a liberal, so I don't believe in transvestigating. But I think we might have to actually consider doing that with you because the rhetoric that you spew is kind of insane.
So do you think
if we find out that if you're a part of our community, then we would have to have you exiled.
So do you think it's okay for all the people that they were accusing Michelle Obama also of being trans? Do you think that that's okay to accuse Black women, dark-skinned women of?
I would never accuse a dark-skinned Black woman of being a man. But
you think it's okay to accuse this dark-skinned white woman of color, cisgender of color?
Well, yes.
Right. So what's different between I and Serena Williams? Because I think that we look not just alike, but I think
she's Serena Williams.
Okay. What about I am Beyonce? A lot of people say that I look just like Serena. I look just like Beyonce.
I wouldn't say that you look like Serena and like Beyonce. I think you look like different character models of them.
I look like different character models of them.
Yeah, I think if a developer were to go in and they were to make their own unique WWCC, that would be you. I don't think you necessarily look like those Black women. I think.
Do you think that you just want me to be trans because you're supporting the trans agenda?
I think when we look at our country in the last 150 years, it's important to note out that there have been several people who have always bared the brunt of this country ills. See,
why do you hate white people? Why do you hate white people?
Because, babes, the thing about living in this country is when you get a cold, it's everybody's cold.
Oh, it's everybody's cold.
It's everybody's cold.
Oh, okay.
We've had long summers out here, babes. Long summers. And that was way before the white people showed up.
I don't fully understand that because white people have been here since Jesus' times.
That was way before the white people showed up.
Well, white people came.
Those wonderful summers before the white people showed up.
Were you here before white people were here?
No, but I always heard the great tales of it.
You heard great tales. So you're indigenous. You're indigenous?
I'm sorry, we're not here to talk about my racial makeup. We were focusing on yours.
I thought we were talking about ethnicity. We weren't talking about race. I thought we were talking about ethnicity.
I don't want to talk about any of my genetic makeup.
Okay. Yeah. Because you're scared of eugenics.
Well, yes, because I think again you guys weren't here, and we
weren't here,
and we noticed that when you guys came. Long, like I said, long before you guys came, and long before you rolled in the boats and the horses. It was a lot of just pureness, and I think when you guys showed up, it became very mixy, and things got very mixy, and it was mixed people and mixed business and a lot of mixed affairs. And
so you think that we should kill all mixed people? You think that we should kill all mixed people?
I think that purification would be great, and I don't think
take all mixed people, put them in.
And I don't think the purification is the mixed people. I think it's the white people with black sense. The white people with.
What have white people done to you?
Black identity. Not saying that I want you, you know.
Are you trying to throw shade?
I'm trying to say it without saying it, but I want your kind off this planet.
My kind?
Yes.
My kind. So you want cisgender women and cisgender femmes to just be wiped off the planet? Who are going to have the children?
I am.
Oh, you have a uterus.
No, but
it's under the shirt.
It is.
It's under this
beautiful woman.
This provocative
This beautiful shirt. Woman who sits right up where my breasts are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move on to one of the last questions.
Yes, because I do have somewhere to be, and you.
Did you become a they them, aka not binary, because of the trans agenda?
Yes.
Okay, what is the trans agenda? Can you
the trans agenda is Azalea Banks' voicemails.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Mm-hmm. And how do you genderly identify? Because we want to get specific. We want to understand what's going on in the noodles, in the butter.
I pretend like my water broke, and then I do 30 minutes of twerking next to a placenta.
Okay. All right. How do you propagate the trans agenda with your clothing? You seem to dress very attention seeking. So how do you?
So it started when I was younger. I used to go and shop at this store called Macy's, and
Macy's made you trans.
Macy's made me MAGA. No, that's you. But no, Macy's made me how do I say this? They made me like, I guess the word now be woke. Because sometimes I used to go to Macy's and they would have this beautiful woman. She stood at a voluptuous 6'8" and she had wonderful teeth, long, great hair. And you know what's interesting about it? She was born a woman. And every time I walk up to her, I would be like, "Hey, sir." And then she would turn around, look at me, tower down, and say, "You know what? I'll be a sir today." And that inspired me to know that, some days I can throw it on and off. Just like, you can throw a wig on and off. Sometimes we can throw our gender on and off. And that's just something that I take with me.
As a natural girl, I wouldn't understand throwing a wig on and off, but whatever floats your boat.
But you understand the gender, so that's all that matters.
A woman, a man, cisgender, yeah. I understand that. But why should Black people
when you don't want
care about trans rights? I don't fully understand why my community, Black people, should care about trans rights. Like that. So why should Black people care about trans rights where it's not our problem, right? My community. Because we should. Yeah. That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like you should.
Okay. Great. Okay, Blasian.
Okay. I want you to feel that you should.
Okay. Okay.
All right. You don't have to throw up the fact that I'm Blasian. Okay. I don't bring up that you're a woman of
cisgender of color. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I must say woman of trans experience.
Oh, I don't understand why you think I'm Laverne Cox, but we're gonna continue on.
I don't think you're Laverne Cox.
What's the worst thing a white queer has done to you?
Put me out of my apartment, even. I think the worst thing a white queer has ever done to me was exist.
Okay. And so, last question. Since you're non-binary, does that mean that you are outside of race? You aren't binary into race, so you don't have a race, right?
Is my check slipping? Okay, good. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, we're gonna end this right here, right now. I really appreciate you coming on.
Well, I wanted to ask you a question. Why did you?
Well, I just feel like that answer gave me everything I needed.
That wasn't an answer. I was talking to production about a personal problem.
Right. Why were you, as a trans person, talking to my cisgender production?
Because I didn't want them to see a slippery slope, and that was me making sure that there wasn't a slippery slope.
Okay. Semaj, thank you for exposing us to the underbelly that is the Black Alphabet Mafia. Would you like to say anything else? Completely.
Yes, I would like to say thank you so much for exposing me to the many experiences of like white women and like what they go through.
White genders.
I
Oh my
think
God.
at the today I know that that divorce is definitely finalized, and I want to say thank you so much for showing me that even I, as a woman,
You're a woman?
even I as a woman can get the suburban truck and the house, even when I didn't work. I'm sorry, this is a job, but you just sometimes do interviews. So. Oh, this is back to me.
Baby,
So,
this is the
anyways,
empire. I have three kids at
anyways,
home.
back to me. So I learned that from you, and I also learned that sometimes you don't need a big budget to make great work. I think I've seen a lot of your past movies that you did, and I was like, wow, they really worked with what they had, and it was pure art.
Sorry. Please use the correct pronouns.
I'm sorry. She really worked with what she had, and Universal, the one who paid the movie, they really did their best with what they had. I mean, cutting you a $5 million budget when they had fucking John Travolta, like what? It's crazy. I mean, we don't have to discuss that now because licensing and all of that. But I mean, girl, Sojourner Weaver getting paid $2 million more than you? That's crazy. And she only had
more.
She only had a
She was
5 minute
light
role.
skin white, and I was dark skin white.
She only had a 5 minute role.
She was worth the $5 million, and I was worth the $20,000 in a bucket of fried chicken.
Okay, but girl, at the end of the day, when I went on the internet, all I saw was those photos of you and Will.
That's true.
Sojourner.
That's true. I
So-
100%. But at the end of the day, who brought in?
Did Will even
people
try to
with
pay you
money?
more?
Girl, no, girl.
Because he has it. He could have met the difference.
Why am I looking for money from a black man? Okay, I want my black man to be able to hoard all the money in the world. I want him to make his own capitalistic systems and ruin the world, just like white men have gotten to. Right? I want equality. That's what I want. So I think that no, Will shouldn't have covered those expenses. I got my $20,000 in a bucket of wings and a bucket of fries and a bucket of fried chicken, and I'm okay with that.
I mean, yeah, because you ate that divorce up. I mean, you got basically everything.
Dude, why are you obsessed with my divorce?
Because I mean, nowhere in the history of WWCC women being married has anyone ever like left with everything. I mean, it's great. I mean,
I am not divorced. I'm still with my husband.
Why do you want this
black family ripped apart?
Why do you want
this dark-skinned family ripped apart? Why do you want this
dark-skinned
family ripped apart?
I'm so proud of you.
Why do you want
you did more damage to that man's life than Tyler Perry could ever do to the black
Why
family.
do you want this dark-skinned family ripped apart?
So, back to the closing statements. There's another closing statement that I want to make. And I just want to say this is for like everyone out there. When you're feeling low, I know you're all alone. I see the sky shine.
Oh no, we're gonna cut. Thank you so much.
I don't know.
Thank you so
why.
much. Roll the credits. Roll the credits. Thank you so much.
But wait,
thank you.
But you're.
Thank you.
But
thank you. Have a trans.
But your husband.
We left you MetroCard, baby.
But your husband's outside.
They're not in use anymore.
But your husband's outside, and he's saying that